Hello, my name is Beat, and today I would like to show you on how to get from this image to that.
The camera settings, I do not know if you can see this, so I put the camera this time in M mode manual. I chose a shutter speed of 1,025th of a second at f9, and I have the ISO at auto. So I'm gonna let the camera over there. You can see the birds I'm waiting for. Okay, now they fly in my direction. It's a little warm here, so I'm gonna get cooled off in one of the pools here. And after that, I'm gonna have a mojito at this bar. So back at the beach, I put the camera into M mode. M mode, there you have to choose two values, so the f-stop and the shutter speed. And I chose the f-stop at 7.1, so I have everything perfectly in focus. And I chose the shutter speed at 1,250th of a second. The reason for this is because I had some flying birds passing and I wanted to have a sharp image of those birds. And if I have 100th of a second, so a higher shutter speed, the bird itself would be blurry. So I don't want that. But the problem with those settings is actually that the setting itself, 7.1 f-stop and 1,250th of a second, there's not enough light for a good image, for a good photograph, and therefore you have to increase the ISO. I didn't do that, so I put the camera into automatic mode. So that means the camera automatically calculates and sets the ISO value for the corresponding settings. So 1,250th of a second and f-stop 7.1.
Welcome to my digital darkroom. What you see on screen is Adobe Lightroom. I have created a collection called Behind the Scenes for this video, and I put the photograph I want to work on in this collection. I personally never use collections, but I think for this short tutorial it perfectly works. Let me jump over to the develop module and start from here. So this is where the funnel starts. To the left hand side you have the preset pane, to the right hand side you have the sliders pane. According to what preset I'm going to choose, those sliders are going to move. This is exactly how I started to post-process this photograph. So I took one of the presets to the left and started adjusting it a little bit. In this scenario I took Cuba ocean. Here we go, and to achieve the final result. I kind of think the image is, there's not enough color in this image, especially over here in the sky, and I kind of don't like the waves of the ocean down here. Let me first get rid of that. So the first thing, let us bring a little bit more contrast into the sky. So therefore I'm gonna go here and click graduated filter, and I'm gonna bring that down about horizon level, maybe a little bit like that, and I'm gonna increase the contrast. So here we go. I think that's gonna do it. I think this already works pretty good. The first thing what I don't like, or the second thing what I don't like, is down here. So I don't think it's too sharp. So let's bring down the clarity using another graduated filter. So either you click on it again, and bring it back here, or you have the option to go for new here. All right, now let's bring that down here, maybe a little bit above the horizon, like that, and for sure bring the clarity back down to 100%. See how this smoothes the whole thing here. Now there's a few more things I want to do. I want to add a little bit more color, and therefore I'm going to add the color saturation. I'm going to bring that up. That's too far. That doesn't look too bad, I think. And again, I don't want to sharpen the image, so I'm going to smoothen the image. So I'm going to bring the sharpness back. I don't think that this is enough. So I'm going to bring in another graduated filter. Just click on new and bring in another one. Here we go. Enlarge it a little bit and decrease clarity by 100%. I kind of like that. The way, see how smooth this gets here and here. I still don't like the wave here, but I'm gonna get rid of it instantly. I still think that there's not enough color up here in the sky, so I'm gonna bring in one more. Bring that down. Yeah, but that. But here, and hang on. I'm gonna have it straight. Well, it doesn't really matter. I can fix this. I'm gonna bring that over to the blue. See what it does? Cool, 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 cool. Pretty cool. Maybe like that. Maybe decrease the clarity for a little bit. Like that. Right, I kind of like that. Once I'm done, I'm going to click the graduated filter, and we already have almost the final result. I told you that I don't like the bottom here, and I kind of have a misalignment between this distance and this distance. Click R to resize and bring this body over here. If I'm going to bring it all the way here, I think that's too much. It's way too much on the upper right corner. So I'm gonna leave it right here. Maybe right here, and I'm gonna bring this one right here, which I think it's not too bad. I'm gonna double click on this. Now you have two problems. First problem, see here, I'm gonna get rid of that, but I'm gonna do that in Photoshop. And here I have a sensor dust. I'm going to do that in Photoshop too. I could do it here by using Q and increasing the wheel, by increasing the circle using the wheel and the mouse. I personally think Photoshop does a better job, so that's why I'm going to get over to Photoshop and create it or change it there. I'm going to click right here and go edit in, and I'm going to edit in Adobe Photoshop. And it's going to bring this picture over into Photoshop as a layer, and I can keep going. It's going to take a while. I should get a new computer actually. I think mine is a little old. So finally made it. Now let me first get rid of this. It's not a sensor dust. I think it's a stone that's in the ocean there, but my eye gets disoriented and looks down there, and this is what I want to avoid. So we have this little body here. So it's spot healing brush tool, content aware spot healing brush tool. I'm gonna hit the Alt key and zoom in there and simply brush over the spots I don't like. Gone they are. The same goes for the sensor dust here. Gonna brush over. Gone they are. Now you see that the distance between the bird to on the horizon level and on the vertical level is a little different. Now how do we gonna fix this? This is actually kind of an advanced trick. I'm gonna get here to the to the perspective crop tool, so I had to wait until the tip tool comes on. I'm gonna select everything, and now instead of deselecting, cropping, I'm gonna go the other way until I hit more or less the same distance on a vertical as of on a horizontal line. I'm gonna add a little bit more here, and here we go. Now I need to fill this. This kind of looks ugly, therefore I have my magic tool. Click on here and it's gonna select everything. Now I got a quick watch. I have to modify, expand 1 pixel. Now let's take 4 to 5. Let's take 5. Hit OK. Now what we need to do is, now we're gonna go to Edit, Fill. Make sure that the content aware fill option is available. Get to 100% and hit OK. Now it's gonna fill based on what's underneath. It's gonna Photoshop is gonna fill the upper corner here. Control D is for deselection. Now this kind of looks ugly, I think, because we see a pattern here and here, and we have a mismatch here too. That's too obvious, and we can correct that by clicking to the stamp tool, clone stamp tool. I'm gonna get there and make sure that the opacity is around 30 to 40%. Make the brush a little smaller, and we're gonna keep cloning. Now the first thing is hit Alt, press where you want to clone, and just start cloning. The same over here. Maybe we're gonna add a little bit blue here, here a little bit less. Doesn't look too bad. So here we go. It's too obvious here too, I think. This is how you create your own clouds in this image. I just realized that the top corner, that the top one is a little bit more than the horizontal line, so I can get back and start cropping everything until it's okay. Now I think we have achieved what the final result looked like, and it's a beautiful image.